Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at some episode 5 excerpts from Street Dance Girl Fighter season 1. Now please note that a lot of my feedback is going to be tailored towards the context of the full episode reaction that I had done for Patreon. So if there's something that I say throughout the reaction that may feel a little bit strange or out of pocket compared to what you just watched, a lot of times it may be in reference to something else that was happening in the episode that I had made a previous point on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a watch. This is a cool song. It is fun that they did say it's the trade part. That's really cute. They look so cute doing that. Nice. Yeah, NEWNION's probably gonna take this. There's more variety. Wow, that was fun. Yeah! And that's not the trade part yet. Yeah! They're about to hit the freeze, aren't they? A little bit of house to tailor it in to the ending. That was great. I'm very appreciative. I'm appreciative of this battle because it was one where it maintained integrity between both groups. And I'm very thankful that we got to see this battle because that was my biggest issue with the first one. And obviously we're going to be seeing with some of these in the future because I know once I see the battle that we're going to see, there's going to be a lot to talk about. But yeah, that's definitely, this is a good way to win. You know, like this is a good way to carry yourself well going into finals. Regardless if you lose or you win, you did your best and there wasn't no like, oh, I got effed over, you know? And that's just like the worst feeling, to be somebody that causes somebody to lose because you effed them over versus you won fair and square. You know, it's just a lot easier to, you know, I'm just more appreciative whenever I see these cases a little bit, you know? So the beginning of this routine, I mean, it looks really cool, like seeing what they do. I really think the biggest thing for Break Ambition, it is way too simple on the musicality front. Seeing how they hit it, it was really nice speed change on that was cool. Bleeding it down with the add-on was nice. but also when you see though as they do their slow motion speed change and they move is really nice choice. But notice that they go ding ding ding, roll it up. The melting through, all of it is happening on the whole counts, you know, like you're dealing with counts of 4, counts of 2, not really doing Indianas, you know, so we're not hitting different pockets of the type of track, and I think that's the biggest difference between what we saw from NEWNION versus Break Ambition is that key factor right there. This was fun, but how they set it up, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, that was a really great choice. And having the setup is really nice and turning it around, but I really feel though that they did, it's just the setup's way too predictable, like how they chose to kind of thread through like that or not, or just connect. I just knew that's what we were going to be expecting, is some sort of lift or some sort of flip, so that didn't really help quite as much either. So yeah, so just moving through, that was a nice jump over. I love this, that connection was really nice, bringing it through. So all in all, like this first beginning section that they do, I like it. It's just for the competition it is too simple. You know, it's because most of these groups you saw exactly what NEWNION brought. It was very, they dived into multiple styles. They really dived into different ways of executing. It was very, very tasteful. Moving on to the course, the speed change, it just looks like, it feels like they did a filter or something on it. Now, we all know how beautifully grainy this footage is, but it really does look like they did something to the footage outside of just it being so grainy. I like the energy, bump, 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 bump. It's just fun. Their technique's really nice. They're doing a great job of what they're bringing. Really fun stall there. Yeah. It's good. You know, that's really my biggest note. It's just too simple. Yeah, that and then the choreography tray part. Choreography tray part was really fun watching them do. You could tell though that they were pretty stiff in the hips. That first bringing it around was really nice usage of the chest, but you notice we didn't quite see them hit that back in as much as I think like they needed to, but it was still really fun to watch. Yeah, they just kind of bounced through it versus like they didn't really pop off on the accent with the hips. Yeah, but so giddy for everybody else though. Really enjoyable. I love this format so freaking much. It's awesome. Seeing this, it's like they're riding a motorcycle, so I'm assuming it's you know, just concept play because of the type. Oh my god, it's so blurry. The concept of, you know, Autobahn, like I'm assuming that reminds me. I'm assuming it. I'm not gonna assume. It has something to do with something motorized. That song, it sounds familiar. Like the name sounds familiar. My one note is I wish it was clear so I could really see what they're doing. I really like how they're choosing to frame out and use their energy to use their groove. Great accent of the kick. Notice with all of this, you see how much energy they're pulling in this. You know, they're creating pockets where they're having some quickness, some speed changes, some dynamics that are in play. You know, when you work with 3 people, it does feel different than when you work with a larger group. So there's a natural advantage to that too that they have. But they did a great job, very clean. The wave was great, really nice focal point shifts. Really great way to kind of tie in the next phrasing. It really felt like we got to see more features in this, which if they're going to have special judges similar to our SM director, that's something that they're going to be looking at for these K-pop tracks specifically, is how well does this feel like I could put this on the actual group. Because if you think about it, this low-key is giving the energy, at least how that SM director was coming across, it really felt like he was looking at these as a skeleton crew standpoint, not as a just dance in isolation to the track view, you know? So, and there's something to be said by that. So I noticed that from there we had our own little moments and then they all came together. So that's what made me think, because it was a bit muddled, but I just knew that there was, because they tied it all together near the tail end of that phrase, it was easier to see, that was intentional. And that's the beauty of synchronicity. I love that. Boom, doo, doo, doo. They even have focal point choreo. That's so fun. Bringing it through. Yeah, but let it burn, that burn, and they bring the arms down. Really great. Yeah, and they switch it through. But whirl, they twist, they bring it with their poses. Really, really fun. Yeah, ba da da. Then they're going to the back, to the front. Really good transitions in switching direction. That's great. Yeah, this right here, I really love that kind of top rock energy that they're doing. Oh, what's it called? There's a name for it. It's been a long time since I've studied breaking. This is just a natural conviction. I need to do better about upkeeping my vocabulary. That is more of a breaking presentation of a set right there. And I love the fact that they did that there because it's going to tie in their trade choreo way better. This right here, I love that they peeled down, allowing her to hinge around. It's a really beautiful visual from the aerial shot. And I love how they went up and they brought it back in. It kind of feels like a seatbelt. Right there. Do. Very quick, animated as they brought it up. Great texture shift. Super fun. That little breather, boom. Love how they used the arm to create it as a fixed point because they left it where it was as they slid through. It was a really nice moment to see that. Bringing it down. Here's the tray part. They did a great job. They were keeping it very clean, really great on the swipes. And 6-step was super great. They hooked it. Really nice. Just the variations. This is very practical. You just have to practice. And they did their freezes. Now, honestly, the camera didn't keep it long enough for me to see if they actually fell out of their freezes. Yeah, it looks like they hit it for a split second and then they came down because a lot of it has to stem from your positioning with your body. A lot of times with freezes, it has more so to do with positioning than it does about power and strength. And I'm talking about freezes specifically, not about power moves. That's very different. But that was a very practical thing for them. They just had to work really hard. And they did. Really fun. Love the house there with the loose leg. Very nice with the pas de bourrées. I just really, really enjoyed just the range of their technique that they showcase, their styles. And that's something with K-pop that is kind of turned into, you end up seeing multiple styles represented. You really very rarely only see one or two styles. It's normally an enmeshment of multiple. So this was really, really fun. They had these nice little feature moments in some ways that Brand New Child didn't have, and that was probably my big note too that I would say to Brand New Child is it didn't feel, they were just dancing to a track, it wasn't quite, they were dancing with the essence of what comes with K-pop tracks, if that makes sense. So I would say NEWNION probably won this by a very large margin. It's a good chance they could have swept it. But I don't know who the special judge is, but I liked Break Ambition's attempt, but I really think NEWNION took it pretty easily. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Street Dance Girl Fighter content, whether that's full episode reactions, season 1 or season 2 excerpts, I have that on YouTube, as well as early released on Patreon for you to glean and enjoy. I also have other dance contents, including K-pop, whether it's ATEEZ or XG or just miscellaneous groups that happen. I always early release there. And I also do Street Dance China full episodes, as well as D-League, which is Japan's official professional dance league. So that's all pretty fun and pretty awesome. And I hope there's something here that you're able to find that's enjoyable for you, and I definitely look forward to discussions that may come from this particular episode, because I know there's a couple hot topics that were discussed. And yeah, so once again, I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.